What's up, you guys? We're back again with another video. I'm sorry I've been gone for a week. I don't even want to make an excuse or a lie while I was gone for a week. I was just gone. I had work. I had stuff to take care of. But I'm back. It's about to be off season. We have some crazy things planned for the off season. I feel like the off season is always where I'll drop my best content. So I can't wait because none of my teams or my two teams are in the finals, so I really don't care. Of course, we got game 7 today, and that's what we're going to talk about. Before we get into the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and share with your friends. But let's get straight into the video. I don't think I've done a video in the series, and maybe just because I really don't care. After my team got swept by the Nuggets, shout out to the Nuggets, I really did feel like doing a video. Seeing the Heat go up 3-0 was kind of surprising. One thing I wanted to say, and that I hated what I was seeing on the internet, was a lot of people talking about Jimmy. The Heat, ever since the second round, like ever since the first round ended, actually, it's been a team. You could say the first round was more so Jimmy just dominating playoff Jimmy. That's what it was. But the second round going forward, they've been doing it as a team. I think Bam arguably was the best player in the Knicks series. And in this series, fucking Caleb Martin's going crazy. And Jimmy Butler hasn't had a Jimmy Butler game probably since game 2. He hasn't really been playoff Jimmy in a minute. And they've just been winning as a team, but now it's a tie series. Shout out to the Celtics. After they went down 3-0, I was like, they're not going to get swept because they're not that down bad, but I did think they were going to lose in 5, but they ended up forcing it to 7, and that's kind of crazy. But just to talk about the first 3 games, Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, Caleb Martin stepped up tremendously. Kevin Love had one good game around that time, but other than that, he was really good. Bam Adebayo was a killer on the boards. He kind of did a complete turnaround from last season. When last season they faced the Celtics, he was terrible. I mean, terrible. And those first 2 games is really good, especially in that game 3. What was it? Game 2. We had that big rebound in the clutch and put it up. That was just a really good moment for him. You had the whole Grant Williams, Jimmy Butler thing, game 2. That was really fun to watch. As soon as they started talking shit when Jimmy was down 6, again, Jimmy talking while he's down, that is some really fun shit to watch. And as soon as he had that layup and he got in Grant Williams' face, that was fun to watch. And shout out to Grant Williams. A lot of people kind of disrespect him for that moment, like who Grant Williams thinks he is. He just don't give a fuck. He's not backing down to nobody. You rather him fucking go after Gabe Vincent. No, I'm going to go after the top dog. I like that. I like that because he wants to win and he don't care who's in his face. But yeah, I don't see no problem with what Grant Williams did. It bit them in the butt though, because you did wake that bear up. You woke that bear up, and then seeing Gabe Vincent, my boy, who I've been talking about this whole playoff run, seeing him hit the game, I wouldn't say game winning, but game sealing shot on this Tatum was really good to see. And then it went to game 4. I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. The shooter stopped shooting. I can see that, but Bam disappeared. Jimmy disappeared. Who came out of nowhere? Jason Tatum, who even in the first few games they were losing, he didn't have a bad series. He was just terrible in the 4th quarters. But no, out of nowhere, he came back, and now he's like the top 10 Jason Tatum. We've seen Derek White step it up. We're actually seeing Al Horford hit his shots now. Robert Williams, the big adjustment that Mazzulla made was a lot of times welcoming the switch and putting Robert Williams on Jimmy Butler, and it's been working. Jimmy Butler hasn't really been getting to the line like that except the last game that they lost. But stuff like that they made to switch it up. Even with a Malcolm Brogdon being terrible, they still been doing good. I like it. I like what they're doing. I like what Jaylen Brown's doing rebounding the ball. I think his rebounding was very, very key last game, especially the offensive rebounds. I like the way Jason Tatum came out last game. 25 in the first half. Only scored 5 in the second though, but 25 in the first half just to set it off was cool. The reason why he lost last game because Jimmy Butler didn't decide to show up to the last 5 minutes. Same thing with Bam Adebayo. But they had other guys carry. I think Gabe Vincent had 3 threes. Max Strus had 2. Caleb Martin had 12 in the first half. Like they're backup guys. They're guys that you really don't expect to go off. Have been really good this whole playoff run. But when you look at the Heat, a lot of the mainstream media and the casuals gonna be like, "Yo, Jimmy's crazy. Jimmy crazy." He's been good. He hasn't been playoff Jimmy. This is nowhere near last year's run, and this is definitely nowhere near 2020's run. But he has been good. I'll give you that. But their backup guys they've been playing very well. But Jimmy didn't show up until that last 5 minutes, and then They came back into that game and then they almost won. But shout out to Derek White again. Being a vet, smart guy. As soon as that shot went up, running right past Max Struss. Smart guy. And even if he didn't get it, if it would have went to the other side, Jason Tatum ran right past Jimmy Butler and Bam. Smart. They want to win. They want to make history. I remember when they were down 3-0 and Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown was like, don't let us get one. And I thought that was the funniest shit of all time. And then they got 3, and then I'm like, okay, that they win this game today, that statement is going down in history. That statement is going down in history. They say, don't let us get one, and they win today. Coming back from 3-0 has never been done. Has never been done. If they do that after saying, don't let us get one, and they get one, that would be the hardest shit of all. That's like when Steph Curry said in I think it was 2021, they lost in the play-in, and he was like, I don't want to see us next year. Then they won the fucking championship. Like, that's hard. That's hard. So if they win this, I would be very excited and happy to see that. But talking about tonight's game, I don't know. Either way, it can go either way, because let's look at the Celtics way. I told y'all, in big games, this motherfucker Jason Tatum just knows what to do. He knows what. I will take him over a lot of guys that he's just not better than, but in these big moments in the playoffs, I will take them over him because he just made his name. Even though at times it could be inconsistent, because there's no way they should have been down 3-0, and he kind of sold in some of them games. Still, when them big moments call for, I'm dropping 46 in Milwaukee. I'm going head to head with LeBron. I'm dropping 30 in the game 6 in the Heat. In the bubble, I think. When we're down 3-0 to the Nets, and I don't want to get swept, so I'm gonna drop 50 against the Nets. With this year, going on the road, I have a terrible first 3 quarters. Then the last quarter, I scored 16. I hit the game-winning bucket, something like that. I forgot what that. Then game 7, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna drop fucking 50. Like, I just gotta trust this nigga. Then you look on the other side. Jimmy even said a lot of bullshit as far as, oh, we're for sure gonna get the next one. We're for sure gonna get the next one. Lost both of them bitches. But then seeing the accountability, him saying, we would have easily won if I would have played good. So he knows he owes his teammate. And we already know Jimmy's fucking crazy. He might drop 50 his damn self. Like, I don't know which way it's going to go. But I do know one thing, that those 2 motherfuckers are going to show up. And it's about the others. That's what it's always about still. But when you look at this series, I mean, we look at this game, I know those 2 are going to show up. But is Jimmy Butler going to have Max Strus hit a couple threes? Is Caleb Martin going to be what Caleb Martin's been doing this whole series? And is Bam Adebayo going to show up as the number 2? Which we all know he's not a real number 2. But is he going to show up as the number 2? Are we going to get good minutes for Kyle Lowry? Like, stuff like that. And then you look on the other side. Are we going to get, 4 or 5 threes from Derek White? 4 or 5 threes from Marcus Smart? Are we going to get an efficient Jaylen Brown that's not hurting my team? Are we going to get an Al Horford that can hit shots? I'm about to say Gabe Vincent. Grant Williams that can hit a shot. It's going to be about the others today. Because these 2 stars, superstars, we know in big moments they show up. And I'm willing to bet my fucking house that both of them are going to show up today. Can they carry you to a win? Yes. But I think just they're going to be going back at it. But I might lean to the Celtics, because this is one point, and it might be like little or childish, but Jason Tatum was fucking Jimmy Butler up. He was fucking Jimmy Butler up. So I don't know. It might be him in his home court. Last time he was in his home court in the game 7, he dropped 50. Big moment. I mean, big moment players. And I know you want to go to the finals, and he was terrible in the finals, but you can't lie. He's a big moment player. I'm gonna go Celtics. I want both teams to win. Let me say that right now. I want both, because I want the Celtics to make history. If you're not a Celtics or a Heat fan, you wanted the Celtics to come back. You should have. Because, motherfucker, if you're an NBA fan, you want history. This is NBA history. So I want the Celtics to win. But seeing Jimmy get a ring, seeing my nigga Gabe Vincent get a ring, even though I don't think they have a chance against the Nuggets, but it would be a fun series. Seeing the possibility of that happening, that would be fun. But this nigga Jason Tatum is just. Let's be honest. I want to make a point right now. When it comes to big moments, how many people are you taking over Jason Tatum? I'll take Giannis. I'll take Joker. I'll take Joker. I'll take Steph. If Kawhi's healthy, I'm taking Kawhi. Am I taking Luka over Jason Tatum when it's a big moment? And if you say yes, I'm taking Luka, tell me why. Tell me fucking why. What has he shown you that Jason Tatum hasn't shown you? Jason Tatum has actually shown you more, but since you like Luka more, I get it. You're gonna pick Luka. I'm taking Jason Tatum in a bigger moment over Luka, respectfully. LeBron by far. LeBron's on the down. He's on the downward stairs, whatever they say. Joel Embiid by far. So I'm only taking like 4 guys over Jason Tatum when it comes to crunch time moments of big games. I'm not even taking KD over him. I mean, I'm not taking KD over him. So in this big game, he's a big moment player, one of the best big moment players. I'm gonna go with the Celtics. It's hard. It's just hard. And if this happens, of course, shout out to the players, but motherfuckers owe Joe Mazzulla his respect. And they owe him an apology. Because when they were down 3-0, the narrative was Joe Mazzulla needs to be fired. Right? That was the narrative. But if they come back, he's going to be the last fucking name you hear. And that's so sad how the NBA works. And that can be another video. But like I would just want to say it now. Like, DeAndre was trash. KD was trash. And you fire Monty. The fuck? You have two MVP guys in Joel Embiid and James Harden, and they fumble in the last 2 games, and you fired Doc Rivers. Now, don't get me wrong, Doc Rivers he's not a bad coach. He's not a championship level coach anymore. But still, if your motherfucking superstar MVP would have shown up, y'all would have been in the conference finals. So stuff like that. The NBA is just so sad how they destroy the coaches, and especially the media. Like I said, if they would have got swept on Missoula, but when they win, or if they win, shout out to Jason Tatum superstar, Jaylen Brown, like I told y'all, top 25, all this shit. Oh, Derek White's one of the best role players in the league, but we don't ever fucking talk about, we're not going to talk about the coach. I promise you. You will get the real NBA fans that will give his respect, but if they win this series, he will be the last nigga being talked about. And that's sad. That's fucking sad. But like I said, I got Celtics. I won't make this video any longer than it has to be. I have Celtics, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Heat win. The 2 stars are going to dominate. It's going to be all about the role players tonight. So let me know who you think is going to win in the comments. I will talk to you guys tomorrow, hopefully with another video. Peace out.